Really built my registration system. Everything was smooth and everything was good. Then I started with my login page and boom, nothing did work. I used the same logic, the same syntax and the same everything, but it didn't still work out. It took me several minutes to get it completed, but I had to do what I can within my power to get it done, and suddenly it was successful. I'm so grateful. So today I'm walk you through my journey and see how it goes so you all could learn. Yo, energy, 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 energy. You all welcome again to my channel. I'm Chase. So grateful to be here. It wasn't easy. I got some couple of tools to add to my portfolio and shit like that. I didn't got a mic, but right now I got a good mic. Like you could hear out the voice and everything being good all year. Last time I started with the registration page, so today I'm going with the login page, right? So let's get on right to it. First off, like I'm on my PHP type to let the server know I'm done with PHP instructions. So I'm gonna get on with since we're working on, I'm gonna get on with my server life like request method, right? I know probably some of you or most of you might have I know of this. So my request method and it's gonna be equal to post because when it comes to sensitive data like this, we don't actually use post and get because get is kind of a method that gives out data to the user, like it shows data up in the URL, and we wouldn't want that for such login credentials. So we're gonna use get. And for what I like to do, I just like using my format ones, like coming down or at least up somewhere within the page to do my form at the moment. So there are certain things I've got to put so I'll know what data I'm accepting in the PHP. So get on, I'm gonna give on my type, my label type. Well, I wasn't really hoping to add the label because when it comes to a back end, right, this is more front end design, but since I'm just practicing, I'm gonna just let it be because when it comes to this thing, it's mostly needed by the front end engineer because it's supposed to add they're supposed to add this in order to make the people, like the blind people, in order to let them see, like when they're using screen readers and stuff. So you're gonna highlight and tell them this email patch. So I hope you all got what I'm saying. So it's gonna be email. Good. Nah, it's an email. I wouldn't add text. Name, email. I'm adding all this name because I'm supposed to send the data up to PHP. So PHP will use it as an input, like it's gonna use it to accept the name in it. Next, I'm gonna get placeholder name, and I'm add required. I hope you all know with the backend engineers, you can't really add let this require be as a password because some certain browsers like Chrome, they give you access to access to some users that know how to use it, like how to manipulate data. They give access to the front end so the user could like handle them, rewrite some code in it just with their own device, which after refresh is gonna come back to normal. But with something like this, which you're supposed to press the login button and stuff, right? If you can edit the required, and when you remove the required from the front end, like you can therefore tap with an empty bar, and that would be a null or something. So you can't really consider this as security. So we proceed. Label. Password. Like I said above, the front end engineer, but I'm still gonna use it because practice purpose, practice make perfect. So if I'm doing the right thing, like every time I practice, then I guess everything gonna be good. Input password, name, password. Placeholder. Placeholder, right, is that shadow text you see within an input box that says enter email example.email.com, all those sort of stuff. So whatever you put in the placeholder, I guess you go on like highlight itself in the inbox section. Because for example, we've got name, right? So when you get to the side of name, you see within the box, the input box, you're gonna see a name with it. So yes, it's gonna be password. And you can notice I'm starting with an uppercase P for password and uppercase N for name because user sees, and you wouldn't want the user to get like misread something. So we just got an English standard for everyone understanding. Let's I'm gonna add the button. Like, as you can see, I don't really add this thing here. Like I get to fill in the tag first, because let's just say I get to put my delete here. Sorry, login. Let's just say I get to add my login here. You know what's wrong? Something is wrong because I might forget about this within this tag. So that's why I just rather add them. Like type submit. Yeah, a lot happened. Submit. That's why I decided to write, and I'm gonna add a name to this tag. So I'll need to call it from above. Login. Alright, everything good. From there I could now proceed. Now I knew my variables, and I know what I could accept for my HTML, so I'm gonna use this. If I said login post, let me check if I didn't make any spelling error. Okay, you see it highlighted. It means everything works well, everything is good, no spelling error. Then right now I'm gonna get my variables. Now email, and I'm gonna get my variables. I'm gonna store them in email, as email, whatever. Email, password. Password. Next SQL. SQL is everything with this dollar sign is just a sign of a variables, a way of naming variables. With JS, there are several ways of naming variables. You can use const, or for PHP, in order to use constant, you're gonna put it as defined. So there are several ways of defining a variable, but mostly with PHP it's been done by the dollar sign. So I'm gonna get right with my DBO. Okay, let me just get it all right first. Request statement, select. Where email post. If you can see here, this one is just like a variable holding these things together. So this one is an object. That's why it's having this arrow sign, this greater than sign, with prepare statement, an HTML keyword. The DP is coming from. Okay, one thing I forgot. I always forgot this thing because of this. Because I was in the place of explaining this, and I had to remember. I had to add with the login page. When it comes to the login page, you always need to add a session start to make sure whenever the user password is correct, like the server or the browser, they are gonna get some ID to remember about that certain user. I don't know if you know what I'm saying, but with time I'm gonna let you know understand what I'm doing. Then later I'm gonna call out my config, the connection between my PHP and my database, which is inside the input folder. Config. So this one is coming from here, coming within, and here is the file. Like I said last time, I did the registration page, and that's it. Everything good. So now that's the config page. It has the localhost root login, which is the name of the database. Password. Since I'm loading localhost, so it's gonna be empty and stuff. Yeah, this is the variable I was talking about. It has the connection between the database and this file here, this folder here. It says that's the language I'm using. MySQL, localhost, DB name, charset, user and password for the database. So you can see. So then I'm gonna proceed. Yeah, that's the login page. I've got this covered. I've got to close it. Head on to the next. Execute. Email. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna call in another variable. SQL. Control. Okay, we proceed then. So as of now, right, I'm guessing if we try the data, from the look of things, if you try this thing out, what is gonna happen is, so right now the things, I just stopped that thing, I realized it was in to what I'm saying. So I just, from what I was saying from here, with this, I think if you try to run the code like from the front end, you try to log in, right, it might work, but it won't work because I haven't added a session for this user. It means if you successfully direct you to the other page, which is a home page, if you successfully direct you to this home page, it won't work because this home page is supposed to accept this. Well, as we go on, we go understand much better for real. So what I'm saying is, I'm gonna check if it aligns, if user, and then I'm gonna check if my password is correct, password verify. That is, I'm gonna compare my password with what happened is, this is my password, this is a password I'll be inputting at that present moment, right? And this is a password from the database. You see, here was like a placeholder, so I'm calling onto this data using password, right? So here's a password being stored in the database, right? Then I'm saying if everything goes well, which is the user, like this is correct, this statement, like the data, this email is being found, and the password is being checked out, like if everything goes well, then I'm gonna get on with this session. Session ID calls. Session email. Since we're using the email, right, it was supposed to be something like, well, let's get on with it, because you know this thing when you log into a system, it's like welcome and it knows your name, right? Since we're using ID here, we can't echo out welcome ID45 or welcome the email. So perhaps I could add something like the name, email, like let me add the name so we could get welcome with your name on it, session. I think the name out there, the name being stored in the database is name. Let me check. There it is. Okay. What's the name? Okay, his name. So everything good. With the ammo that we direct header, we direct it to this page in case if everything goes well. Then I'm gonna exit the page in order to make sure the code stops running from here, and add an if else statement in case everything goes wrong or it didn't go as planned. Die invalid credential. Concatenate get message. If you notice, right, you notice PHP uses something like camel casing. Camel casing is a situation where the first word is start with a smaller letter and the second word start with a bigger letter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, after this, I think, let me see. Get message. Yeah, get message is a variable I declared back then in the config page, which while I was using the try catch method, right? In the try method was connect to this database, right, with the following credential, which was the user and password. And later on, I said in case this one didn't work out, then catch and tell me like echo out connection fail, and tell me why. Like this one is more of an error message, like tell me the exact problem, like what's wrong, the exact line and stuff. So, PHP is good at that. So we proceed. I think everything here is set up. So from here now, from here, what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I'm gonna like start. Okay, here is the home page. I need to make it in a way in case the password, like I need to make the home page in a way in case someone copies a URL. For example, you log into a system, right, and a friend takes and copy that URL and send over to his phone, hoping he could like log in from that same phone. Since it's logging already, like it would decline because it need the password and everything, right? So that's how. Let's proceed. So I'll need the I set. If I set login post. Oh, let me just, because it's the same, like let me just add this way more of if not I said. You understand? It means the only way this someone could get into this far is by tapping this button and having the right credential for what I know. So okay, we proceed. If not I said, we're gonna do something like die this die. Okay, let's do this. Down. Login.php. Then die the page. Exit. Else accept data, which is session. Same here. I was supposed to go the session start. And require page. This one ain't really necessary. I just like putting all my stuff together. Ain't really necessary. Session. Session equals. Now I'll use name here. Whatever, I'll just use this one. Echo welcome. Echo welcome user. Concatenate the user session. Okay, then I'm gonna come here. Let me just do this and try to explain what I'm doing. What I just did is I created my session. Like creating a session means when I finally logged in, like successfully logged in, right? The server gonna give me this ID for it's gonna remember this ID from the database, like creating this ID saying this ID is logged in, so he's gonna need to store the data in his mind saying you can't be logged out and you can't be logged out at the moment, because if you don't use session, right, immediately you refresh the page or you tap something and come back, you will be logged out. So this session is like remembering, it's like telling the server, bro, I just logged in, like keep in mind I'll be back. You get. So we get this, like if not I said, if I copy the URL and paste it in somewhere else, let me just see what I'm saying. YouTube. My keyboard tripping. You see, it wasn't home. I typed, let's do it again. Seems like you all didn't see that, right? It wasn't even this event. Look at it. Take your time, bro. I said home. You get it? It's gonna take me back to the it's gonna take me over to the login page, meaning I need to log in first before I need to proceed with that. You get it? So let's see what I can do. If the code is, I'm done with it. That's the login page. Everything seems good, everything looks good. So let's go try to log in. Okay, as you can see, that's the database, right? The database which I created, and the database I did insert with using the registration page I created. Let's insert the data. Let's insert another data and see how it's gonna go. Chase. I'm gonna use Chase. That's my name. Similar. And I'm gonna use Chase. Oh, my bad. It wasn't supposed to be here. Supposed to be here. Chasey. I'm gonna use Chase as password. Okay, let's go ahead on. Okay, as you can see, it's the last one was Paul Johnson. Paul Johnson, Paul Johnson, Paul Johnson. Let's refresh the database and see how it looks like. If he did successfully add, shouldn't be tripping. Shouldn't be like I'm tripping. You see, I'm user 29 RD Chase, whatever. So let's see how the login page gonna look like. Refresh. Alright. Okay. I just hope this works, man. Well, in coding, we ain't depending on hope even. Like we're hoping on, like we're depending on codes, like raw codes in it. What the fuck? I've got an error. That's one thing I like PHP. Like it gets to show you how the error shows you how the error. Like I like error. With JS, I've used JS before, and JS you've got to use inspect and stuff. But I ain't really a thing here, so we're gonna go with undefined login. Undefined key password line 7. Oh my bad, I didn't, yeah, seen the error of line 7. Everything good. Let's head on to code message. Okay, call to undefined function get message in this login stack, whatever. Undefined get message. I don't understand what's going on. Line 21. Oh, it means this code didn't run. This code never did run. That's why I jumped over to this. Though it didn't highlight the invalid credential. Nah, it saying so. One thing I understood with PHP is that, like, when you send your code, what it happens is, for example, when the server reads your code, it reads it like twice. The first time you scan through it, checking if there's an error, and the second time it goes to do what this user have sent him to do, either to get data or read data out or whatever. So it's saying from the first line, I'm thinking this one is wrong. I don't know how it's wrong, but somewhere along the line. Okay. Oh, you see, it's supposed to be this, not the arrow thing. And everything seems right. I don't know what's going on. It's supposed to, I don't know. Like literally, I ain't gonna lie. Still on line 27. Still on line 7. Okay. So I was wrong. Still on line 7. I thought I got this shit right. Everything seems good. Still highlights how I said on line 7. Alright, let me see again. Undefined array key password in whatever. What's going on? Undefined array key on password. Password you highlight. It means it's correct. So I don't know what it's saying. Line 7. Undefined variable. Undefined variable. Though I ain't gonna lie. Like at this moment, well, I ain't gonna bite down. I'm just gonna proceed. Like look at what I can do. Cause I ain't gonna lie though. It's saying undefined password. Undefined. I've got the name. Type password, name, password, and everything I highlight means there ain't no spelling error. Everything looks good and seems good still in it. Let me see. And you all can see that maybe some of you might have would have told me like what's wrong. Well, let me like try to take it out, see what's gonna happen. Let's see here. 9-7. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm get like 9-7. I'm like getting more one bit. Undefined array key password in exam ht.youtube 3 login 9-7. 9-7. I've closed up above. I've closed this one as well. I don't really get it. Every time, things are gonna come up every time, every time, every time. I'm gonna be feeling like you ain't enough for this. You feeling like now you ain't good enough and shit like that, bro. The truth is, you give up. That's on you, man. I don't intend to give up, bro. Um, they saying the first time bugs be doing me crazy ass shit. But I'm gonna proceed with my stuff. So what should I do? What should I do? Let's try this one pass. Let's try pass. Cause the system be acting weird lately. I don't really know. Pass. Oh god. Yeah, yeah. Pass up, pass up. Pass, yeah. Pass, pass, pass. Okay, let me try again. 197, bro. Damn. Damn, bro. I don't even know what's wrong. What do you think could be wrong with this code? Because I don't see any. Let's do line by line check. Line by line check. PHP first iteration. Second, everything seems good, yeah. Require ones include file directory correct. Server request method. Post and I set post login. Email, post email. Email equal post email, yeah, correct. Password. Password equals this. That's correct. This will TPO prepare statement. Select all from users where email equals this placeholder. Email, correct. User equals SQL fetch, correct. If user and password verify. Everything is and password verify. New password versus old password. This thing is old password is passed, not even password. Session ID. Session ID. Everything seems good, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro. What I'm thinking next is asking AI. Because I've thought, think of it like, I don't know. Ain't like I don't use AI, bro. I use AI for some certain projects. But the goal is not to get standard and everything. Like at first, a pro dev, what they usually do is they're gonna spend hours, days, debugging and shit like that. But these days we've got AI, so we're gonna do less. What he's saying is, what he's saying, I should get rid of this. Let's just see, bro. For now, we're just trying to like make everything work. So don't know yet. Let's just get rid of it. Try again. Invalid credential. Invalid. But how come? Okay, let's get it done. Okay. Good. I want to get it. Okay. Check input names on line 35. Your HTML input name is pass, but on line 7, you're looking for pass. But HTML input name is name equals. Let's just see from here. I'm still trying to like get everything right, but keep fucking me out. Now it's line 14. Undefined variable password line 14. Yeah, no password here, so you need needs a password. Post password. Password. Hope everything's still right, man. Yo, I still don't get it right. Let me see. Gucci gang, 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 Gucci gang. What could be wrong with my codes? GPT, ChatGPT. Okay, bro, it's getting alright, bro. I've got to get this done. I got no other option. I've got to get it done. Keep getting it, bro. I should let me rather open this while you're still looking. Maybe perhaps you might get an idea of something. Why the thing loads? Let's see. Let's be looking. Let me share my screen. Okay, let's see what's going on. Undefined variable. And like something is moved from one page to another. It's on the same page, but I keep getting data from here, which I don't even understand. Type name, password. I'm still getting it wrong, man. Alright, I just sent it to ChatGPT. Let's see what's going. What the request gonna be like. Wow, we're still checking our codes. Still checking. No, server type of bugs and their own problems. But nevertheless, bro, we proceed. The energy, what's happening? The energy. You see, network tripping, bro. How am I going to debug this code? Like I've been wondering back then in the days, there wasn't no internet, no free data like this as compared to now. There's free data everywhere. You could post a code snippet on LinkedIn, where the whatever app, YouTube, TikTok, whatever, someone could come help you with like ASAP data yet. As of then, 2013, 14, 10 and stuff, I was like wondering how they recope it, This nigga saying your code is very close, the error you're describing is undefined. This one is almost caused by one of these most likely problems. Wrong colon, most likely wrong colon name in this line. Assume your database column is literally name, password. Yeah, why would I name my data? Why would I give name the database differently? Huh? It's password. It's password, bro. You seen that password? If your colon in its name pass something else like whatever pass, then user password will be undefined. User password beyond everything. Nah, he's talking about it. If you get it fixed, password and pass. Nah, I didn't write. If your email doesn't exist, return false. If user and user I set user and password and verify. And that logic. I don't want to write it. Password name. So I ain't gonna lie, bro. He ain't telling me good ass shit. He's telling me what I want to hear. This part is correct. So no issue here. Store password. It's not hash, bro. Everything is hash. Then password verifies. We feel silent and add debug. Let me try this. Okay. Let me try this here. Keyboard tripping. Let's try again. String 4 roots. I don't get it. I don't get it right. I don't get this thing right. What does it mean? What does string 4 root mean? I'm sure. I'll try. Okay, go on. Is that it? Or it's more of string 4 roots? More of string. Which I don't understand. Random wizard actually tells exactly what's wrong. You've got string 4 root, but your code. That means user is not an array, it's a single string. But in your code, you expect user to be an array like. So what should I do then? So when you try user equals this name. So when you try user password, PHP throws an undefined index error because user is just root. Whatever. This usually happens because your DPO fetch mode somewhere in config might be having something like I'm having that returns only one column value, not full row. So instead of getting the whole user, you're only getting one field, probably name or email, which is why you're root. Now that's to fix it, get into config. Change email, set this. Yeah, video, set attribute, video default. Well, let's just try and see. Default fetching it. Fetch mode. DB fetch as up. I wonder what happened with the exceptions and the rest. Let's just see if it works or not. Change this line from this. Yeah, I've been seeing this for me now. Alright, let's add this DPO statement in order for them to get all necessary data from the database. They'll be tripping lately. After fixing var should look like. Alright, let's try again. That's our error, bro. God damn, I just feel like crying, man. Like, ain't gonna give me this thing, and I showed the nigga the whole code. He giving me something weird. Now I've tried it and something weird, more weird is happening. God damn. Now there's an error even within the config page. And this, I don't even know much of this. I'd rather put what I know. And this is something I've done some time ago, so I don't know why it keeps acting weird. Error mode. Feather one. Rude, bro. I don't know what I'm gonna do, bro. Like, what's going on. I need to debug this code. I need to debug this code, man. I'm getting straightforward. Straightforward. The hell is going on? This usually happens because your video fetch mode somewhere in the config. You likely have something like those. So instead of getting your whole user, you're only getting a fix. Change your fetch mode globally best your config set. Try this. Let's just try to see how it's gonna work out. Still getting the same bloody ass shit. Ain't no changes. Let's take out the rating. Okay. Jeez. God damn, man. Like, what the hell going on? God damn, bro. God damn. Alright, let me see if I can get this nigga activated. I need you, man. Yo. I need you to check my login. And boom. All you need to give me good at something to add, something to preview, and something to work it out. I be able to check issues for you, check for issues. Sharing, listening, thinking. But you know what I said. What it says is I found several issues, critical problems, wrong session. You're checking if not I said click if not which look for full data, but you should check if user session exists instead. Post define variable. They are using username, but this variable doesn't exist on home. PHP variable information misleading placeholder. The email input half placeholder text name and summary. Anyone who's sitting or even logging in will see echo statement trying to access. Change line 4 from 2 Let's see what's giving me word sheet. It ain't even making sense even. Home. Thing is, I don't even know if because I know this like, each user is getting information from. What should I do then? Okay, let me see something. Oh fuck. But I already declared this thing. I already declared this thing. I already declared this thing in the login page. User was created in the login script. Each variable does not carry out using pages. So in home, user is identifying which cause error, what you should be using instead. You already have stored in session during login. Yeah. So home page we must use session name instead of I. That's true. Instead of this. Instead of session name instead of that. I get you. So the server knows me as session, not user. Another issue, if I say no, this is always redirect because when you arrive at the home page, it's a get request. Why am I using get request? It's a get request when post login only exists during form submission. For a way to handle it. Session ID. Session ID. Okay. Session ID. Let's see. I require once protected session ID. Header login. Let me see. I'll just take out this else statement. Let's see how she gonna look like. Bro, bro, I did it, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. This is something I've been doing like over and over, bro. I did it, man. I did it. It wasn't easy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't fucking easy. Let's see what that was. What I was saying. Like, if I copy this URL from here and take it into another browser, try to like get it wrapped up in there. See what's gonna happen. It's gonna take me back to the login page, bro. Like programming, you coding at AM while you're supposed to be asleep, like your mates they sleeping and you coding at AM and debugging a code like getting done at 3 AM. You kind of feel that joy, You've been there for several hours and all of a sudden shit work out for you. God damn, bro, I did it. Let me try it again. Let me try using some other login credential. I'll take Tracy. Yeah, I'll take Tracy. Tracy. And I'll use this. I think this was a password. What the invalid credential? I don't know. Yeah, bro. Okay, I use this email, not the other one. What invalid credential? I'm supposed to like let me see that logic again. If Okay, I get it, I get it. Let me see. Login, header, application. Line 23. Let me see again. Attract Tracy. Oh, it wasn't that email even. Like this random email, then I'm putting Tracy. Kind of. God damn. What happened? It just happened. What's that, man? I don't understand. How come I'm gonna like tap this thing 3 times before it goes through? Maybe I had some. Let me try different browser with different credential and everything. Go for Opera Mini. Look at what I'm doing. YouTube. YouTube 3. Jeez. Bro, at least I'm happy I made it, bro. I did it. Though I've been doing it over and over, I'm still gonna do it, man. Alright. If you stay this, if you stay this long, man, I appreciate everything. I appreciate everything, bro. Very you like my shooting memes, bro. Like I appreciate your watch time and everything. But I'm still gonna appreciate more if you gonna give me the likes, bro. It wouldn't cost shit, you know. It wouldn't cost you anything. Give me that like, give me that follow up, bro. I'm gonna like really appreciate it. So the next thing I think I'm gonna come in with something different. Either I'm gonna come up with a crypt system or I'm gonna create a messaging app, something like that, using this platform, Zamp and the rest. Let's keep it going, energy, bro.